Waymo's robotaxis are now open to anyone in San Francisco. But before we jump into that, typically Google shows off its next generation of devices in the fall. But this year, it seems that time frame has moved up. The company's next Made by Google event will be August 13th at 1 p.m. Eastern. While Google didn't share any specific details regarding upcoming announcements, the invite says the company will showcase the best of Google AI, Android software, and the Pixel portfolio of devices. In another break from tradition, this year's event will take place at Google's headquarters in Mountain View, California, instead of New York City, which has been the typical host location for Pixel launches. Based on rumors and the release cadence of Google's existing devices, we're expecting to learn more about the Pixel 9, the next version of the Pixel Fold, a new Tensor chip, a third-gen Pixel Watch, and possibly an update to the Pixel Buds. And based on the amount of attention the company gave to AI during Google I/O earlier this spring, it's basically a guarantee that we'll see some new machine learning-based features as well. While it remains unclear what prompted Google to move its next product launch up to August 13th, between this event and rumors of an upcoming Galaxy Unpacked event, it's shaping up to be a busy summer for gadget fans. For the latest Made by Google updates, head over to Engadget.com. Waymo is now available for anyone in San Francisco to fire up the app and hail a robotaxi. The Alphabet-owned company has had government approval to operate paid driverless cars in the city since last August, but had been working its way through a wait list in the months since. Following Cruz's unceremonious exit from California, after dragging a pedestrian 20 feet and concealing evidence from regulators, Waymo is now the only company with autonomous commercial cars in the state. Waymo says its cars have logged over 3.8 million driverless miles in San Francisco, and the company claims its vehicles tally tens of thousands of weekly trips there. The San Francisco Chronicle reports that Waymo's fleet in the city has about 300 cars, up from around 250 in January. However, despite the wider availability, it reportedly doesn't plan to aggressively expand its San Francisco lineup in the near future. San Francisco is Waymo's second city to offer rides to the general public following Phoenix. The service was exclusive to Waymo One members and their invitees starting in 2020 and expanded to anyone in the city 2 years later. Cruz may have flamed out spectacularly, but Waymo hasn't been without its own troubles. Earlier this month, it pushed a software update for its fleet after one of its driverless cars hit a telephone pole in Phoenix. That followed a bizarre incident earlier this year when two Waymo robotaxis made contact with the same backward-facing pickup truck being towed. The company later said its software had incorrectly predicted the truck's movements due to a persistent orientation mismatch between the towed vehicle and the one pulling it. If you're in San Francisco or Phoenix, you can book a Waymo ride through the iOS or Android app. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Will Shanklin and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and as always, we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.